Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to study posters. This is what I talked about in my previous video, that I'll study posters this time around. But before we can make any poster, we need to understand what a poster is. So let's take a look. So I searched it on the Google and asked Google what is a poster in graphic design. As you can see, it says in graphic design, a poster is a large visual communication tool combining text, images, and graphics on a sheet, paper, or digital to grab attention, convey a clear message, and promote events, products, ideas, or causes in public space or online. Key design elements include visual hierarchy, color, typography, and layout to guide the viewer's eyes from the most important information like a headline to supporting details and calls to action. So that's it. A poster basically is a visual communication tool, and you do that by combining text, images, and graphics on a sheet of paper. Here are some examples that Google showed me, and as you can see, there are different things that we can do through poster, but basically it's a visual communication tool. Okay, we understood that poster is a visual communication tool. So I'm going to bring in two examples to study before we start making our own. So this is the first sample poster that I have downloaded from Canva. So as you can see, it is trying to communicate about winter sales. So we have text here, special offer, and in big size we have winter sale. Below it gives more information of a discount of about 75% and gives us this link, which is basically a call to action. Shop now at this website. To make the message more appropriate, in the background we can see, to express the feeling of winter, we have snow and we have these spiky pine trees and a cute looking penguin, and at the same time few more elements like the different snowflake designs and small stars and the blue sky. So all of it is visually communicating about winters, and in particular it's telling us that there is a sale on this website which we can go. So this way we get some idea that how we can place things to make a poster looking interesting. Now let's take a look at one more example. Here is another example that I downloaded from Canva again. Here you can see there are 4 people with different characters which are different faces, and we can see they all look a little bit tense, and it says below the images the new clan. So the communication, the message is that these are the 4 people, that is why they're in the center and on the top. And there are few names here of all these actors. Below it tells what this is about. It's a new clan and gives us little bit more information. 4 different people with different backgrounds and problems united for one goal. So it seems like some thriller or something that they want to achieve or want to solve. And below here is a message that this is going to come soon in the month of August. So this is another way of using more of a photograph and some text to clearly communicate the message that this is going to be a new movie with 4 main characters. Okay, so this is what I have understood so far from the examples that we have taken a look at, and this has given us some inspiration on how to draw our own poster today. And I think the poster that I will make is going to be about the vibe of this channel, a non-graphic. And it's always easier said than done. The 2 posters that we took a look at, it's easy to just look at them, study them, and say that how cool and easy it is to make. But I think when I will try and make it, I don't know if it will look any interesting, but I will nonetheless try and see if I can do something and make a nice poster. I don't know you noticed it or not, but I think there are 3 combined skills when it comes to making your own poster. Let me show this to you. So the skill 1 that you are going to need is how to use the software, of course, to lay out your design. The second skill you need is to use the combination of design principles to make things look properly aligned. And skill 3 is to have some drawing skills. If you still don't get it, let me just bring in the pictures once again. So I have the screenshot of the definition, but I'll keep this aside and we'll take a look at this and understand everything that I've just said. Skill 1 is the use of the software to lay out your design. Obviously, how to make this background of blue color, how to make this white background, how to use the software to design this cute looking penguin, how to make these trees, add text, everything that is the use of the software. Skill number 2 is the use of combination of design principles. Here, as you can see, at the center is the big main text. It's kept in the center. The special offer is written on the top, but in a small font. So is the discount. And below is the penguin. It is not upside down, that the penguin and the trees are up here and the winter sale is written down here. It is following some principles of design. We also read this here in the definition. If I make it bigger, it says it's completely here. It's a large visual communication tool and it uses many elements, key design elements, visual hierarchy. We can see what is on the top, what is below, what is on the bottom, the colors of the winter. Even the text is also in the dark blue color and not yellow or orange or red, which are not the colors of the winters. Typography, nice looking, cute, rounded kind of typography. And of course, the layout to guide the viewer's eyes. So we can see it's about the winter sale, which is actually the only main message. Rest is to complete that sense of winter and making it more interesting by adding these visual elements. So as you can see, it's not just about the software, but it is also about the use of the combination of design principles. But here is the third skill as well, that you need to have some drawing skills. In today's day and age, with the help of AI, we can quickly produce these things, but you will still need a lot of understanding of drawing skills. Sometimes the AI will not give you the kind of result and you would want to make things on your own. So how to make the shape, which is like here, this is circle. This is like the hat over on the top is like a rectangle, but it is bent in the center. And here also is like a small semicircle. Here, the tummy and the shape of the body is also like a rounded circle. This is like so many triangles stacked on top of one another. So it's not just about the use of the software and the design principles, but it is also about combining the drawing skills. So these are the 3 things that I believe so far that I have understood that I will need time and again to make my own poster. Now I am going to make my own poster. So the theme for the poster is going to be a chill vibe, like on a beach with some mix of bright and cool colors. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's start building our poster. But before we do that, I want to say some things. Last time around, we added 5 tools into our learning. They were the selection tool, the direct selection tool, the lasso tool, the magic wand, and the pen tool. Apart from this, we also touched a little bit upon the text tool. All these 5 tools are placed here. We also talked about a few things like grouping things together. We also took a look at layers, a bit of about the transform properties. We also added colors from here, and we also talked a little bit about choosing colors from here in the swatches. So even today, we will be going through some additional tools since we will be making posters. So we will be adding shapes where we have all these shapes. Here it says ellipse, but there are many shapes here. We may have to edit the shapes, add more shapes, delete shapes. For that, we use the shape builder tool with which we can create new shapes by combining and erasing parts of the simpler ones. So few more things will come along, and that will increase the size of the tools that I'm using. And I hope with that, we will be able to do more and learn more. Now let's begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all add a rectangle since we want to create a poster. So we'll go here in the shapes and press rectangle. The shortcut is letter M. So I'll press this and now we have the rectangle tool selected. Oop, it's still the ellipse tool. It did not select it. Now it is. And here we have. Let's make this kind of a poster. There isn't much that I'm thinking about the size. Let's just take it and move it to the top. and we have this background of our poster ready. Since we will be putting a lot of things on top of one another, I'll just first of all turn its color to white for the moment, and I cannot see it, so I think I'll add an outline. So I'll go here. This below here is for outline, the stroke. Click on it, it will come on top, and now you can add colors to it. I'll just give it black color, and I'll close this. If I want to change the size of this outline or do anything about it, I'll select it and go here in the strokes, and we can make changes from here. Increase the thickness of the stroke. Let's say I choose 10 points, it becomes very thick, and we can make changes. So I'll keep it to just 1. So we have this frame ready with us. Now, since we want to make a poster with the school beach vibe, so to take some inspiration, let's go to Google and type the word beach and see what kind of images come up. So when I type the word beach, these are the photographs that comes right in front of us. But we want the kind of photograph in which a person is looking outside towards the ocean, like this one here. So we can see we have the sand here, bit of the ocean here, and a big sky. The difference here, the called horizon here, is in the middle. So this is a good example. This is also a similar example. In this, the beach is tilting towards this side, and the ocean and the big sky. This is also a very good example. As you can see, the sand and then the ocean. And one thing is very clear, if you look at these two images, as we go further into the ocean, the color gets darker and there are some clouds, and these trees here, maybe the coconut trees, which are very typical of beach vibe. So this gives us some inspiration of laying the sand, the sandy beach, the ocean, the sky, some clouds, a nice looking tree, and typically things like seashells, starfish, or something like that, or a volleyball or a beach ball are also common things and themes that we find. So this is what we have taken the inspiration. Now let's try and build it. So here we are back in our Illustrator. Let's first of all try and add the sand here. So we will have to add a shape here that will take the color of the sand. So I'll use the pen tool here, and let's start clicking somewhere here. And we saw that the sand, it kind of looked a little bit like going outwards, and then we can kind of click it here. Now we can come down here and down here where it says anchor, and again down here where it says anchor, and our shape is ready. We can again select this tool and we can give it that brown color. Let's click on this white fill, and that light brown color that we are looking for, is it's going to be, no, this is more like gold yellowish, kind of this brown, maybe something like this. Maybe finding colors can be a little bit tricky at times. Let's press OK, and for the moment let it stay here. But it's a bit too yellow, I need to change it. Let's try and, first select it. Now let's try and find the brown color. This is orange, this is too red. This is the range of the brown, so we'll make it a little lighter. This has a yellowish something like here. Now press OK. Somewhat better, I would say. Now, I don't need the outline here, so I'll select it and go here and press this one here that says none. This will now remove the stroke. Let's come out here, and now we need to add the ocean. You can again take the pen tool or maybe just draw a box like this here. So I'll take this, and roughly in the middle or a little below in the middle, we can add our ocean and give it that blue color. We also noticed that the further it went, it looked darker. So we can keep that theme in mind and keep it right at the nearest and draw another on top of this one. Let's start again and draw, or we can do one more thing. I'll delete this, and we can just add a number of lines here and use the shape builder tool to quickly add more shapes. Let's try to do that. So I'll take the pen tool and press shift. I'll take the pen tool and click here, hold shift. To keep it straight, hold shift. Add one layer here and press escape and add this one here, hold shift. Done. Boom. Escape and shift and press escape and shift and press escape. Now I need to select, so I'll press V to highlight the selection tool. I'll select all the shapes, but we have also clicked on the sand and on the sky. So hold shift and click once on the things you want to deselect. So this has removed the sandy beach and this has also removed the sky. So we just have these now lines and the shapes. So I'll take the shape builder tool and now I'll come here and this will add the first shape plus second shape, third shape, fourth shape, and the fifth shape. Now press V, the selection tool, all the different shapes have been added. So this is it. So I'll select this, go here and make it a little bit darker. And then I'll select this one, make it even darker, or maybe even slightly bluish, or maybe not. Let's keep the theme same here and we'll make it this one even more darker. Press OK and take this one and make it the darkest. Now we need to bring this beach on the top because it's covered with these layers. So I will make it a little bit smaller because we want this fresh color to be visible as well. And now right click and this shows the arrangement. Bring to front, shift control and right bracket. So there we have it. Now we need to add the color of the sky. We already have the box. So we can add the color of the sky, something like this. So this sets our, basic tone, but we can change a few more things here. Maybe add a gradient. Now this is the gradient tool. This is the new tool. This you can add gradients, multiple layers of colors. So I'll select this and click on it once. Now this has applied it in the linear direction where you have three types: gradient, radial, and freeform. But since we have our sky, it should be up and down. So we will simply click and redraw something like this. With this diamond, we can move it up and down. But what if we want to make more changes? We come here to the right hand side. We have another window and press gradient, and now you can make changes from here. So as the day goes by, it becomes darker. The night sky is usually above. So I'll take this shape and bring it to this side and push this to this side, but it's too black. So I'll open it and take it closer to that blue color and choose a shape something like this to see how it looks. Yep, it's somewhat fine. I'll come back here and now we have our basic shape ready. Now we need to add the text, but I want this to be a little bit brighter. The sky has to be, oops, I'll press cancel, I'll press gradient, open here, come back here and make it, a nice shade of blue. I'm just trying to imagine it somewhat here. Yes, I'll take this one and make it a little bit lighter, something like this. It's fine. Now let's write the name of the channel, Anon plus, whoops, such a huge gap. And why is that? We'll see to it. We'll make it bigger, but there is a huge gap. To adjust these gaps, we can go in the properties and see what's going on here. We have the transform, which is about moving it around, appearance, character, and there is this bar here. You can bring it down. And here you have it. As you can see, this is the size of the text. This is about the distance between individual letters. And this is the height difference. As you can see, it's currently at 500, which is a bit too much. So I'll bring it down and put it somewhat here. I'll make it bigger and center align it from here and bring it here. And I want to give it a nice punchy kind of a font or typeface. So I'll just take some time and find out the one that would suit it. So this is the font that I've chosen. It's called Gestalt and it's of the black. First thought thin was too thin, so I've chosen this one. Gestalt black. So I want to reduce the distance between two. I'll go in the properties and from here I'll reduce the distance further and I want to make it a little more funky, so I'll move it angular, which can be done by choosing this tool, the freeform. The shortcut is E, you press it, and now I will come here, hold shift and move it like this. So with this, it has become angular. I like that. And now I will just draw a tree from here that goes just right below here, the anon graphic. Add a small sun here. Let's do the sun first. For that, I'll take the ellipse tool and hold shift and alt and make it big. And now change the color to that of a sun, somewhere in the range of the orange, and add a bit of a blur to its outside to make it look like that of a glowing sun. For that, you select it and go here in the effects. In the blur, choose Gaussian blur, and you can increase the radius or decrease the radius. I'll keep it at 11 and slightly looking sun. Now let's take but I still am not happy with the color of the sky. I'm gonna make it even lighter. Oops, I always make the mistake. It's a gradient. I'll open it up here. I'll choose this one, which is this one right on the top. I'll come here and open it and make it even lighter, something like, or keep it here. And the one that is lower here, oops, I have mistakenly added. Press delete. I will select this and go in here and make it light. Yes, now it looks better, vibrant. So let's add the simple tree. For that, we will take the pen tool, take from here to the sand, and this is the shape of the trunk. I'll zoom in. Now, if I move it, it looks round, but I just want this shape here. I don't want this to be going this rounded looping shape. So I will click on it again. Now it's straight. I'll click here and then again click here. Whoop, and whoa, it's too much. It's okay. Press Ctrl Z, that will undo. And this is where basically its trunk should be. And based on that, as I can see, I have made this part a bit too thick. Press Ctrl Z and one more time, and I'll make it just very small and bring it here. And now I can leave it and press again on it and press here. So we have the shape of the trunk. I'll bring it here outside so we can work on it easily without disturbing anything here. Now let's add the trees. Oh, sorry, now let's add the leaves. I'll just make one and then we'll copy them around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pen tool again and start from here and roughly click here and just make it like this, and then hold and click on this and move it something like this. This has given me the first basic shape. I'll for now change its color to green and press the selection tool to take a look at it by pressing V. Now I'm going to split it in half. For that, I will again take the pen tool, click, I'll zoom it a bit and click here and then click here and give it a bit of a bend. Click back here, press escape, select them both and use the shape builder tool to make two separate shapes, but it's showing me three. Oh, okay. So that is because this little one has a fill added to it. I don't want that. So I can press this. So it has removed the fill. Now it is only a stroke. Select them both. Use the shape builder tool to select this one and this one. Now I can keep this copy of it by pressing Alt, and I'll keep a copy of it. Now I'll add a light color to it. First of all, the green color to it, and then select this one and add a dark green to it. Oh, I didn't select it, and select a dark green, and I can remove their fills as well. And with this, I can have a basic shape ready, and I can just rotate this and have a go at it. But there is one more thing we can do. We can have that shape where the tree goes something like this, and then make a shape like this, and then make a shape go like this, and then close it here, and I'll click on this. So this is one simple. This is a bit with a bit more style. I will select the direct selection tool and come on this path and Control Z. So I can take this one, but it's not curved. I forgot to do that. So I'll come here, whoops, just select on this one and make it curved. I'll select this and make it curved. so that I can have more control over this. And now I can make a copy of it with the selection tool, Control C, and then Control V. I'll flip it, bring it here, rotate it. As you can see, there is more work to be done here, and give it a different color, make it look a little lighter, press OK, and bridge this gap. I'll select the direct selection tool because we need to move single anchors. First of all, select just this one anchor and kind of move it like this and keep on moving like this. Now we have the leaf ready. I can press Ctrl G to group it together. Selection tool. Whoops, I didn't group these two. Ctrl G. So you can either use this style or you can also use this style. So I'll rotate it and bring it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rotation tool to rotate it. For that, we have here this rotation tool. So you can see the small symbol here, which tells you the point of rotation. The leaf will rotate around this point, but I want it to be here. So I will come here, hold Alt, and then click. Now the rotation point has moved here, and I can enter the degrees by which I want to move it. So let's say I say 30 degrees, and I add a copy. And now I can press Ctrl T and copy it as many times I want. And with that, I can have all the leaves that I want. I can change their order. I can bring this one up if I want to. If not, still fine. Now let's just change the color of this, make it nice brown. And this gives us the first view of our tree that we have made. I can add a few more lines here to give those layers of colors on the trunk of the tree. Let's do that. Let's select this, take the stroke and set it to none. And now I will use the pen tool to quickly make the shapes. You'll see what I'm trying to do here. Let's zoom in a bit. I'll select the selection tool and move this one a little bit here. And now zoom out, take the selection tool, hold this trunk, hold shift, and this one, and this one, this one, this one, this one, this one here, move down here a little bit, and with everything selected, now use the shape builder tool. This time press Alt and the sign will turn to minus. I'll remove these shape from the outside one by one here, zoom it in, again press Alt and minus the shapes here, and that's it. Now I can again press V for selection tool, and I'll press shift and deselect the big trunk, and now we have only these middle shapes. So I can click here and change its color lighter and press OK. And with that, our tree is ready. I'll remove these. I'll take these and group them. Press Ctrl G and put it here. Bring it in the center and take a somewhat simple feel of what we were trying to do. So this is the whole idea of trying to make a poster. So a simple beach vibe, a bit too simple, but if I make more elements, we can make more elements like, shellfish here and a seed, more elements to add here, maybe, small plane flying in the sky and add a bit of clouds. I can do that a little bit. Let's add simple clouds here like this. So I'll take the tool here and now zoom in and round them off. Zoom in, round them off, zoom in, whoops, Control Z to undo, Control round it off and round it off. And if you're thinking, why am I drawing these clouds like these straight lines? That's because that's how we chose the layering of the ocean. So I'll select them all and give it white color. And there you go. We have added some clouds to it. So we can select this, like these two, and select these as well, and take the shape builder tool. Come here, press Alt to turn it to minus, remove these 4 shapes, and there you go. Simple looking theme for an graphic is almost there. We can add shellfish here and place a few more things, but you get the idea. So in the beginning, we talked about the fact that a graphic design must give clear message. So the message that we are trying to give here is that we have taken the name and we have given it a beach vibe, which corresponds to the fact that this is something energetic and lively. We can also change this black color of the graphic and make it something vibrant looking, like this purple and more on the brighter side. Or you can try different colors. You can even look for You can select it and try a few more colors, red or maybe nice blue, even the one on the yellowish side. So there's so much that you can add. Even the choice of color gives us a feel. So I'll keep it somewhere around here. So this has been our first exercise on how we can try and make a poster. Things always look simple when we look at some finished work, but this just showed that how we have to find inspiration, make efforts, and try and build something. In the future videos, we will talk more about things, more about concepts, but we also covered today the shape builder tool, the rotation tool, shape tool, pen tool, how to add and delete things. In fact, we also added a blur. So quite a few things have happened, how to find inspirations, and it's been a cool day. And I'll keep this poster with me as a memory of the first thing that we ever developed together. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon with more stuff in the next video. Bye-bye.